We're an Italian family. I'm the first child to move out without getting married. I'm moving in with two of my male friends. I would like something bigger. It needs a lot of work.
I see so many possibilities.
This is what I'm talking about.
It's over budget.
I don't know.
Where do you begin to search for a rental when you're leaving the comforts of your parents' home for the very first time? How much should you budget for rent? What part of the city would you like to call home? And what are you gonna do about furniture? Rental rookie Lena is asking herself all of those questions.
I'm living at home with my parents and my two little sisters. We're an Italian family. My sister, my sidekick here, she is probably my best friend. So this right here is the heart of the house for us because we love to cook and we're Italian. Of course, we love to eat too. This room is my bedroom. I love this room. This is about how much privacy I have in this house, a 23-year-old woman. I just kind of feel like it's getting to the point where I'm kind of like Alice in Wonderland, where you're outgrowing the house.
Not only is this 23-year-old still living at home with her parents and siblings, but she also works with them in their family-run Italian restaurant.
We have our home, and then we have like a second home, which is a restaurant.
And Lena needs an apartment on her own.
It's gonna be interesting for our family because I'm the first female to move out without getting married.
Quando lasci la casa, la porta chiude.
When you leave the house, the door closes. It's only one way.
That's reassuring.
No, I'm just stating what my mother said.
And Lena's ready for a little less family time and needs me to help her find a cool rental in a fun neighborhood on her first-timer's budget.
This is my sister, Marjo.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Your sister's flying the coop.
Yeah, she's doing it.
How are you feeling about it?
A little bit scared, but I'm excited.
So you haven't found anything yet. How's that search going?
It's not going very well. I don't know what I'm doing.
So what type of space do you think you're looking for?
Well, I need 3 bedrooms. I'm gonna have 2 roommates.
That is an excellent way of getting into a nice big place like you're used to, but being able to afford it on a budget, right?
Yeah.
Who are you moving in with?
2 of my male friends.
Oh.
Yeah, that I work with.
And how do your Italian parents feel about that?
They're cool about it. They know them. They're good boys.
Are you doing the whole search?
The boys are pretty open to whatever I want. We have the same kind of taste.
What would you say your wish list is?
Close to public transit, laundry on site, a vibrant street with lots of stores and restaurants.
2 bathrooms.
A ladies and a
A
gents.
ladies and a gentleman's, yes.
Very nice.
And definitely no carpet.
Okay.
Hardwood floors all the way.
You want it all.
I want it all. Why not?
So what are you guys looking to spend then?
We talked about it and we decided we were willing to spend up to $2,100 per month.
You get way more for your money when you're in a group, right? Like $600 would get you nowhere.
But I'm on the right track.
It's gonna be really hard for me to replicate the type of space that she's used to, but downtown and on a first-timer's budget. For first-time renters, the most important thing to do is pin down a few neighborhoods that would work for you. Research areas and their transit routes before starting your search. I want to show Lena a range of rentals at varying price points to introduce her to the market. First up, I'm taking her to see a place on the 2nd floor of a house that's been converted into 3 units. We're a 15-minute car ride from the familiar area where her parents live, but only 10 minutes by public transit to the family restaurant downtown. This is the 2nd story of a semi-detached house. We're steps to public transportation and loads of really cool restaurants and bars.
Well, that's good. So far it's cute from the outside.
So let's go see if it works for you.
All right, let's do this.
Come on in.
Cute. The first room we went into was immediately the dining room. It has like a nice homey feel to it, very cozy.
What do you think of the hardwood floor?
I love the hardwood. Very happy with that. Oh, the kitchen's nice. Oh, it's so cute. It's clean. The kitchen is definitely important to us, especially coming from a restaurant family. Make a nice pasta there. Yeah. Oh, let's see the fridge. It's kind of weird where it's placed.
Awkward, yeah. It seems as though the landlord has bought a fridge that's possibly too big for the space.
You just walk in, you're like, whoa, fridge. Nice fridge, big fridge. We have a big fridge.
So come check out the bathroom. Now, I know you wanted to have 2 bathrooms. This place only has 1. But it's huge and it's absolutely beautifully renovated.
It's really nice. There's only 1 though.
And Lena was hoping to find a place with 2 bathrooms, but the bathroom in this place was so great that I was hoping she could overlook that. Okay, so here's the bedroom.
It's too small.
It's too small.
It's too small. I would like something bigger.
Yeah, honey, I don't think this would be your room. I think this would be one of the boys' rooms. What do you think?
Yeah, totally.
Let me show you the room that I think is for you.
Oh, this one's nice.
This one's nice. 2 closets. Closets are like a girl's best friend.
I know, I wish I had that in my room now.
It's got 2 big closets in it, which is every girl's dream and uncommon in a rental.
The other one looks a little bit like a kid's room. This one feels like
This one's nice.
a young lady's room. If I go with this place, that's definitely gonna be mine.
Definitely.
So let's go see lucky number 3.
What are you thinking? I can see you guys.
It's a little small.
It's narrow. Not a big fan. Sorry. See, this doesn't really feel to me like a bedroom. It feels like a rec room or something like that somebody's made into a bedroom. Right, aren't I?
Well, you're pretty close.
Yeah.
This was the living room, and it was combined with the dining room, which is right here. It happens all the time that landlords try to create as many bedrooms as they possibly can out of a space because it rents for more.
There's no living room. There's no place where I can sit and watch a movie.
Yeah, in this place, you'd have to use the dining room as a living room. So I've got a couple of ideas of how that could work. Renters should always try to visualize a room's potential to function for your needs. Here, we'd trade the dining room table for a comfy couch to create a living space for all the roommates to hang out and watch TV. Young renters often want the option of eating in their TV room, so a great idea is an inexpensive, easy-to-install floating shelf with stools that tuck right under. The room instantly has dual function and extra seating.
If Jodi could make that work, she would really be a miracle worker.
So this place is $19.90 per month, and that includes utilities. It includes laundry. There's laundry in the basement. The rooms in this place are not huge, but it's got a lot of potential. It's nice and clean. If it was a 2-bedroom, it would be perfect, but
It's pushing it, you know? It's pushing it for 3 bedrooms.
You gotta compromise.
for an easy transition from a family home to a rental, units in converted houses are your best bet to get that homey feel. Look online and in newspapers, but try contacting real estate agents who often have listings of houses for lease. I'm taking Anlena to see an entire detached house. It's right downtown, close to the family restaurant, on a residential side street that's just steps from a vibrant strip of retail stores, bars, and cafes. Ladies, we are just around the corner from your parents' restaurant. This is a cute little street. We are steps to public transit and steps to a neighborhood that's got loads of amenities. This is a detached house.
It looks really cute from the outside.
Well, let's see it inside. So come on in, ladies. What do you think?
Oh, it's so nice.
Oh, this is what I'm talking about.
Lots of room.
Oh, there's a fireplace. I love when you walk in how it's all open concept.
It's really pretty.
And the staircase, it curls. I love that. It's so suburbia.
It's got hardwood floors throughout.
Floor is really nice.
I know you want 2 bathrooms, so there is a 2-piece over here and it leads right on through to a laundry room.
Very cute.
And fabulous kitchen.
The kitchen's massive.
Kitchen's totally brand new.
And is this a new fridge?
Brand new fridge.
There's so much cupboard space too.
Do you want to see upstairs?
Of course.
Come on. So this is one of 2 equal mirror image bedrooms.
All the rooms are a decent size. Oh, this is a nice bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
I love that there's 2 bathrooms in this one.
Yeah, that's convenient.
And there's 2 sinks.
It's really rare to get a his and her sink in a rental.
So the boys will have their sink and I'll have my sink. Oh my God.
I know.
This is huge.
It's like a dance studio.
The master bedroom is unbelievable. It's huge.
A master bedroom this big usually goes to the roommate who's willing to pay a bit more rent. Always discuss the arrangement before signing a lease.
This place is amazing, but I'm just kind of worried about the downstairs kind of not reflecting like who we are.
This place doesn't necessarily look like a hangout for 3 young hipsters, and I think that's making it hard for Anlena to see herself living here. So from what I'm hearing, you like the size, shape, feel of the house other than the decor.
Yeah.
The landlord here is not interested in having any of the walls painted in this place. We're not allowed to change out any light fixtures. Here's some ways that we can add some hip, young, urban life to this place. When you can't paint a rental's walls or change out the fixtures, renters can always add personality with fabric and accessories. Graphic fabric can be used from floor to ceiling to create show-stopping curtains and interest on the walls. An easy project for any rental wall is to stretch a favorite print over canvas to inexpensively jazz up walls instead of painting. Used furniture from secondhand stores can also be painted in fresh colors for a funky feel.
I think Jodi can do amazing work in that living room.
This is a gorgeous place. It is $2,000 plus utilities. So you guys wanted to spend $2,100. It's over budget by a couple of $100 probably once you get all the utilities accounted for.
The utilities aren't included. So I'm just kind of nervous about how high the bills can get.
This place is slightly over Anlena's budget, but it's really big.
It has everything that we really want. So it's basically about price. Are we willing to go over for everything we want, or do we keep on looking?
When time's on your side, it's always a good idea to see as many places as you can without stalling too much on one that you like. With price being a factor, I want to show Anlena one more rental that falls comfortably within her budget. We're going just a few streets over to another pocket of the same downtown neighborhood to see a rental in a semi-detached house. Semis are a great way to get that feeling of home, but they mean sharing walls with neighbors, so it's a good idea to pay attention to noise levels when you're walking through the rental. This is a great neighborhood. You know that you've got trendy restaurants, and the transit is at your doorstep. This is a great house. It's a semi-detached house, and you'd have the whole place to yourself.
Wow.
It's great. It's nice and big, yeah.
Let's have a look at it. Come on in.
Wow, coat hangers.
Lots of them for all your friends.
Lots of coat hangers.
There's like 30 hooks.
Oh my God, it's huge.
Yeah, it's nice and big.
I like the living room and dining room. There's so much space.
Nice floors.
Yeah.
The floors look new.
Kitchen's just this way.
Oh wow, it's big.
Good.
Oh, it's really big. I could cook in here.
The kitchen is definitely workable.
The kitchen also has access to the backyard through a little mudroom. I see so many possibilities. Living with roommates means privacy is sacred, so I'd create a relaxing sitting room as a little escape. Painting the brick a classic gray would freshen it up, and beautiful pre-assembled bamboo slats can be cut to size and glued to the wall with an industrial adhesive. In a small area, inexpensive laminate flooring that snaps together easily wouldn't cost much, but would pay off big.
I love Jodi, and if she could make that back room as exquisite as she makes it sound, then right on.
Anlena can't see the potential here, but I know it can be turned into a great getaway space for her.
This room's nice. It feels spacious.
No closets, though.
No closets.
In any bedroom where there's no closet, it's an easy thing to add a wardrobe or a set of dresser drawers. Could you live in this room, or would you have to give it to one of the boys?
I'll give it to one of the boys.
Here's the blue bathroom.
Whoa, it's really blue.
It's blue, small, it's blue. Did I say it was blue?
So remember that a lot can be done with paint.
A new shower curtain, some paint, some nice bath accessories would make all the difference.
The great thing about this place is that there is a bathroom in the basement.
Plus, there's a laundry room down there too.
Don't really like the wood.
This paneling looks fantastic if you paint it out. The grooves in it make it look like wainscoting. What we would have to do, of course, because it's a rental, is ask the landlord if that's okay.
Oh, this is what I'm liking. The space.
Finally, a room big enough.
Oh, wow. It's pretty big. Hey, it's a walk-in. I like that.
I thought that walk-in closet would win her over. The bedroom here would really work for her. It's got loads of space.
This bedroom I like.
What I like about this place for you is that it's got the 3 decent-sized bedrooms. There's laundry in the basement. There's 2 bathrooms, and we have absolutely not a stitch of carpeting. This place has everything they're looking for. And I came in way under budget. It's only $1,600 per month.
$1,600 per month.
That's $500 less than their maximum budget, which means a savings of $6,000 over a year.
It is definitely the most affordable place I've seen so far.
It's way under budget, but it needs a lot of work.
Don't underestimate the power of paint. You could throw one mean paint and pizza party at this place and have it transformed. So what's it gonna be?
I don't know. I don't know.
Smaller rooms in a decently priced second-story unit, a large suburban-inspired detached house slightly over budget, or a comfortably sized fixer-upper semi well under budget. Which rental will Anlena choose for herself and the roommates?
So ladies, we've seen some great properties. What did you think about the second-story semi?
That one was cute. It had a really nice feel to it, very cozy. But it was too small. There's no living space.
What do you think about the detached house?
It's beautiful. That house is beautiful, but it's a little bit pricey.
It's pushing the budget for you guys.
And how do you feel about the semi-detached house that needed a little bit of TLC?
Huge. It was big, but it needs a lot of work. I don't know, for that price,
It might be worth it.
yeah.
So which one do you think it's gonna be?
Anlena has a tough choice to make between rental number 2 and number 3. Will she take the move-in ready house at a higher cost or the money-saving fixer-upper semi?
I think it's gonna be the 2-story with the his and her sinks. It's over budget, but it's not crazy. For 3 people, I feel good in that one. I like that one, that's it. Done.
I'm sure that you could negotiate utilities included in the rent. That's a concern that you could broach on the first phone call with the landlord. Just see if he's open to it.
Hi, this is Anlena. Yeah, I was by your rental apartment today with Jodi.
When you're worried about the uncertain cost of utilities in a rental, talk to the landlord first and see if you can negotiate a fixed price to include in your monthly rent.
How about utilities included?
That would take the pressure off and allow you to budget accurately every month. Just make sure that all the roommates agree to the amount before signing your lease.
Okay, I look forward to seeing you. Bye-bye.
So how'd it go?
He said one thing to me that kind of scared me. When I mentioned that it was me and my roommates, he said that he's looking ideally to rent it to a family.
You'll win him over when you meet him. Make sure you present yourself very clean cut when you go to meet the landlord. Let me know if you get it.
I will do.
When Anlena met with the landlord, he took her application but explained that he'd really rather have a family take the home. He kept her waiting for a long time.
Kept on negotiating with him, and we got it.
Anlena was able to negotiate a price that's fully inclusive.
It's $2,300 a month.
I think it's gonna be the perfect house for them. Finally ready to leave the nest, Anlena rounded up help from her friends. And like most first-time renters who don't have a lot of stuff, a small van rental for $150 is all she needed.
I don't have anything. Right now, like, I just have my bed, you know, and that's all I really need, my bed and my lamps.
First-timers should always check with family and friends about hand-me-down furniture that they might have lying around. It's a great way to help you get started in your new place. My gift to Anlena is a fabulous living dining room makeover. The challenge is taking the bones of a suburban-inspired house and using the right colors and accents to turn it into a cool space for young adults to hang out in. And I'm gonna do it all on a $1,000 budget, well under 1 month's rent. Since the walls are off limits by the landlord, we're taking some paint to used furniture pieces. Paint and fabric will transform an old dining room set, giving it a fresh, hip look. And the rest is all in the accessories. You can always find stylish steals at big chain stores to keep the budget down. I'm hoping this space will be the perfect transition for Anlena after leaving the nest for good.
So come on in.
Oh, wow. Good job, Jodi. Oh, I like it. Yeah, I do. Oh, that's great.
So this whole idea started with the draperies.
Well, having the drapes go from the wall to the other wall makes it look like you have a huge window.
We wanted to get a huge punch of color so that you take away from the builder beige that's everywhere in here.
I think it totally accomplishes the goal of making the place feel a little bit younger.
Because I couldn't paint here, I relied very heavily on graphic, colorful fabrics.
I like the blue coffee table.
I know it's a loud color, but it's kind of vibrant. It kind of makes it fun. And so I think that was the thing that this place needed.
That's an interesting lamp, huh? I like the lamp.
Yeah, I like the couch. I think the couch is my favorite part.
I didn't think we'd get a huge couch like that in this space.
The dining room already had a chandelier that the landlord was attached to, so I was not allowed to change that. But what I did was brought in a table and chairs.
I like the table. The table's nice.
The major part of the funds for this makeover went towards buying secondhand furniture, and Lena had nothing. So everything's been painted and recovered.
That's nice. Very nice, actually.
Now we can fight around a nice table.
I didn't have to do anything to the kitchen here. It was already fabulous. The main colors there were black, white, and gray, so I carried them through the rest of the space to keep it all cohesive.
Oh, I love the kitchen.
There's loads of cabinetry, loads of countertop space. And Lena ended up taking one of the smaller bedrooms, and her furniture from home filled it absolutely perfectly.
I like my room, it's cozy.
And the best part is, Lena was able to save a little bit on rent by giving up the master bedroom to one of her roommates.
He's taking care of internet and cable. So it kind of helped me out too, because now it's one less bill to pay.
Does it feel like home?
Yeah, totally does.
Honestly, I love the space. It felt like home, like right away.
She had a beautiful house. What more does she want? Really? Like, what more does she want? It's perfect.
I came in just under budget. This makeover cost $965.
I'm happy. I'm so happy with the space. For the first time moving out, I'm doing it large.
I'm so lucky. It's a horseshoe somewhere on me, I don't know.
It's been an absolute pleasure working with you guys and getting to know you both.
Likewise.
I hope you'll call me Marjo when it's time for you to move out.
Who moves out for the first time and gets this? I don't know. Me.
Is there anything that you learned?
Don't settle. If you don't like a place, you don't like a place. And don't go for it. Because that's really what I think. I think if you're patient and you keep looking, you find it. That's the biggest advice I would give. You're renting, so get the best you can possibly get for that time, for that price.
It has to be a green apartment.
I'm very passionate about the environment.
I'm pretty sure you guys are my first green clients.
Energy Star appliances, that's good.
It's great that it's got new windows, but there's a 2-inch gap underneath this door.
In today's market, environmental responsibility is more than just a fad, but finding an affordable green rental downtown is a surprisingly difficult task. Yvette and Paul are a 30-something couple who are looking to downsize from a 3-bedroom home to something with a smaller ecological footprint.
When Paul and I got together, I thought I was green, and Paul has shown me way new aspects of being green.
I'm very passionate about the environment. I admit, if I see recyclables on the street, I'll pick them up and bring them home, put them in a recycling box.
It's a little embarrassing at times. I have to hide my head or walk 10 feet ahead of him, but deep down inside, I'm very proud.
Not when you're with me, I don't do it.
Paul and I are both registered massage therapists. We've been in this house for about 1.5 years now, and we absolutely love it, but it's just too big for us.
I've seen how much waste there is, and I thought, okay, I want to change my lifestyle to suit that belief. Getting a smaller apartment is part of that scaling back process and is a very big step in that direction.
I really want to move a lot closer to work. Why not centralize? Why not walk to work, bike to work, all that great stuff?
Tired of burning gas in a commute and heating a house that's bigger than they need, this couple called me to help them find a green space in the heart of the city.
Hi, Jodi.
Hi.
Come on in. Welcome to our home.
This is a really nice space.
This is our dining room.
I love your table.
Oh, thank you.
It's gorgeous. If you had to make a laundry list of the types of things that you need in your rental, what would it be?
Absolutely top of the list. It has to be a green apartment, that we don't have leaky windows and all sorts of energy hemorrhaging out of the place. We'd like to be closer to the kind of university area. That's where both of our workplaces are. We definitely need 2 bedrooms. We'd love to have laundry and an outdoor entertaining area of some kind. We've got a really great barbecue.
Yvette and I love to cook on it, and we can't part with that.
Yeah.
So definitely that would be a very important thing for us.
Yeah.
And what do you want to spend closer to downtown?
We'd love to start at somewhere around 12 plus.
Okay, well, $1,200 is a very tight budget for 2 bedrooms in the downtown core where everybody else wants to live.
Yeah, if we were really blown away, we could go like a little bit higher, 14 or 1500. That might fly for us. Yeah.
Okay, that gives me a little bit of breathing room. When we're looking at places, I'd ask that you don't say absolutely not to a place that isn't necessarily energy efficient. There might be a situation where we can negotiate a little bit with a landlord.
That's a good tip.
I'm pretty sure you guys are my first green clients, so I look forward to working together.
Great, we are so excited.
For eco-friendly renters, it may feel as though options are limited, but the internet is a fabulous resource. Check Green Living websites and message boards to find other eco-enthusiasts in your area who might be able to help you on your search. I'm taking Yvette and Paul to a rental that's just a 5-minute walk to the vibrant university area they were hoping for. It's the 2nd floor of a house that has 3 units within. Because of its central location, they would have the option of walking or biking to work, or choosing between subway and bus routes. There's lots of green travel options at their disposal. Guys, I found you a place that is right in the heart of the neighborhood you wanted to be in. Now, the place is just renovated. Let's go see how green the reno is. Great. So let's just go up and straight to the back.
The color of the entire place is Tropical Punch Orange, which is a little bit of a stumbling block.
So it's a galley kitchen.
Nice. Energy Star appliances. That's good.
I don't know if I can cook in here. There's not a lot of counter space, and there's certainly not a lot of storage space.
They said they wanted to downsize.
I thought Yvette would love the kitchen because it's all wood, which is great, and it's got all the Energy Star rated appliances in it, but she thought it was just way too small. So this would be the living room. It's got new windows, they're double pane, so they're energy efficient, but there is no dining room, and this room is not much bigger than your current living room.
It's great that it's got new windows, but they're totally defeated by this door. It's not fitted, and there's like a 2-inch gap underneath.
Leaky openings and cracks mean a loss of warm and cool air and wasted energy. Some weather stripping usually does the trick, but because this door is unfitted, you could negotiate with the landlord to replace it.
But the door does lead to a deck that I think would be a great new home for your beloved barbecue.
Wow, this is a great deck.
Yeah, it's a not bad size, eh?
Yeah. I think it's the saving grace of the whole apartment. The deck, I love. Okay, so this is the bathroom. It's pretty tiny, eh?
Yeah, it's kind of small, but it's got everything new. It's not bad.
The bathroom is pretty tight. I don't know if that would work for them. They would definitely have to get ready separately. 2nd bedroom. It's a fairly decent sized room, so I was hoping because it's big enough, it could do double duty as your massage room and guest room.
Well, it's definitely big enough. I love the floors, and we've got the double pane window in here, so it's a great room.
All right, let's check out the master. Stacked washer dryer.
That's great.
And a huge master bedroom.
Very nice, and it looks like a double closet there.
Now, what I was thinking with this room is because it's so big,
This room could serve double duty since the living area in this rental is so small. A cozy seating area doesn't have to cost a lot with some recycled furniture pieces. Installing a ceiling fan is an easy project to help any rental become more energy efficient. It'll allow you to use less air conditioning in the summer and circulate the warm air in the winter.
I think it has potential.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, the price here is a little over budget, $14.95 per month plus hydro.
It's kind of dead on at the top of our budget. We could go to that level.
Yeah, I think it would take some real consideration. We're not really 100% sure.
Yeah.
I know Yvette and Paul are looking to reduce their carbon footprint. They want a smaller space, maybe not this small.
Yvette and Paul want to downsize to a smaller, eco-friendly rental, so I found a place that would provide 2 bedrooms while taking up less space. The rental covers 2 floors of a converted house with laundry in the basement, but with smaller rooms, new windows, and radiant heating, it might fit the green bill. We're slightly north of their preferred neighborhood, but close enough that it's only a 10-minute subway ride to work.
I know we're a little bit outside of the neighborhood that you want to be in, but we're on the subway line, and this is a 2-story semi-detached with loads of potential. So you got to check it out. Okay. So come Come on in.
Oh, wow. I like the fireplace. It looks like it works. That's a nice alternative heating source.
Yeah, and this place has radiant heat, and that's a way more consistent heat, so it doesn't come on and off all the time.
And it's not as dry.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I think the dining room's bigger than yours. I was picturing that beautiful dining room table that you've got.
Yeah, and there's plenty of space for it.
Yeah, and I loved the fact that it's open to the kitchen.
This is just terrific.
And there's access to a great backyard, perfect for the barbecue.
Great. These appliances are ancient history, and I am sure they're just energy pigs.
The landlord did mention to me that she was thinking about upgrading the appliances, so that's something that you would only find out in a lease negotiation if she's actually willing to do it.
I think the appliances would definitely be a deal breaker.
And I mean, it's lacking some character, I think, too, right? So I've put some thought to it, and there's some really nice things you could do with this kitchen.
Aside from new appliances, there are a few ways for a renter to green up this room. I'd start by adding extra counter space that can double as a breakfast bar with an eco-friendly countertop material made from recycled paper. A hanging lantern made from natural fibers will diffuse the light after upgrading to an energy-saving fluorescent bulb, which uses 1/3 of the energy of regular light bulbs.
Can you see that working?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's check out upstairs. So there's 2 rooms that are about the same size. This one's longer, the other one's wider and has a bigger window. Wait till you see the master.
Oh, okay. Well, I love the ceiling fan.
Oh yeah, it's a great ecological alternative to air conditioning. The closets are pretty standard, probably very similar to the ones you have at home.
Believe it or not, there's more closets than we have at home. Well, the bathroom's cute. It's nice and new.
The bathroom's decent enough, it has everything you need.
This is a fabulous place, and it rents for only $1,400 per month.
Wow.
Utilities are split with the basement tenant. You guys would pay 60%. So what do you guys think?
It's definitely a better price. It's great to save some money. I'm not 100% keen on splitting the utilities because it means I don't have as much control over how much energy I'm able to save.
This is a fairly energy efficient house, but those appliances might be a major deal breaker.
Most renters want more space but need to pay top dollar to get it in a coveted neighborhood. Since Yvette and Paul want less space, there's a better chance of finding an affordable rental close to their workplaces. We're back in the Central University area to see the main floor of a house that's been divided into 2 rentals, with shared laundry in the basement.
This is one of your favorite neighborhoods.
Yeah.
It's a great area, 5 minutes from both of your offices. This place is clearly under construction, but it's the main floor of a house and it's got a great backyard, so I knew you'd be interested.
Okay, great.
Let's have a peek inside.
Okay.
So come on in. I'm taking a really big risk showing Yvette and Paul this unfinished place. They're gonna really have to use their imaginations to envision what this place might look like finished.
Not bad. I like that it's all open. It's the living, dining kind of separation here. It's not a very big space, so
Right.
we have to get a little creative.
Let's see if you like the master. It's just
Sure.
at the front.
The master obviously was originally the living room. So we have an ancient fireplace. And obviously they did sort of a makeshift closet in here as well.
Looks like someone just took a bunch of pieces of wood and stuff and kind of just slapped them together.
If we could get rid of that closet, it would be totally workable. It's okay. It's good that it's not any smaller. I think it's just workable.
Let's see the rest of the house.
Okay, great.
So we like the fact that the kitchen is open concept.
It's really big, so that's
Yeah.
what it's got going for it. I'm particularly excited about the gas stove. It's a lot more efficient than an electric stove, so it's nice to see.
You guys are really gonna use your imaginations for the back of the house. This is the area that's getting the most amount of work.
Yes, under construction.
Kind of a tribute to 2x4s.
There's a real surprise in here.
This rental has an imaginary sunroom in the back. Right now it looks like a deck with a bit of a roof on it.
Oh boy.
I don't think I'd want to move in here as it is today.
If you can picture a really nice sunroom, this wall will be out.
So windows all the way around, light pouring into your kitchen across the back of the house. You'll have access to the backyard. So this could double as your guest room and office, extra seating area.
Yeah.
So
You know what? I'm excited about this. This is great.
You can picture it?
I can picture it.
Yvette and Paul could really see that it's going to be a beautiful room that'll add value to the house.
There could be a chance that it's not finished by the time you move in.
Right. Okay, so that's something to consider.
I know you had some concerns about fitting a living and dining area into the living room, so here's what I'm thinking.
To fit your large dining table in this small space, we need to place it against the wall with chairs surrounding. That leaves the opposite wall for the couch. Here, we'd hang a graphic fabric behind the couch as an inexpensive art installation, easy to do in any rental. It can be pulled to one side to change up the tone of the room. We'd paint the entire space with an enviro-friendly low VOC paint, a greener alternative that saves not only the environment, but the air you breathe from harmful fumes and vapors.
Okay, so things are beginning to gel. I'm beginning to like it a little bit better already.
And all of this for only $1,150. I came in way under budget on this one.
Wow. I really couldn't believe how affordable this apartment is. The state of it kind of makes me wonder if that has anything to do with the price.
I think that has something to do with it.
I think we should go to a coffee shop, sit down, and talk about all the places that we've seen and figure out which one is really the best one for you.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed.
The second floor rental with a huge master bedroom, the 2-story place with 3 smaller bedrooms, or the cost-effective main floor under construction. Which rental will be home to Yvette and Paul's green lifestyle?
I've shown you guys a variety of places in and outside of the neighborhood you're really interested in. Let's just talk about them, go through them, and see which one might be the one. What do you think about the 2nd-story stucco?
It's new and renovated, and it looks great. The place does look awesome, and then there's a back deck, which is a bonus, of course, a place to put our barbecue.
The dimensions and the layout, they're perfectly good. Kitchen was teeny tiny.
And let's talk about the 2-story.
The 2-story is beautiful. It's a great rental. It was just a little outside of our area.
Yeah.
Our real goal was to walk to work, and we'd still do transit if we were to take that place.
How do you feel about the one that's under renovation right now?
I don't know, I'm intrigued.
The layout is good. It's got what we want. Of course, the big downside is the renovation. Is it going to be done by the time that we would move in?
Yeah.
That's the question we have to ask
There's so
the
many
landlord.
pluses, but the negative is so huge.
So which one would you choose?
With location being a top priority for a quick walk to work, sounds like rental number 1 and number 3 are the front runners. But will price sweeten the deal of the messy reno over the brand new completed one?
I think we're leaning towards the reno.
Wow, roll a dice.
Yeah.
I'm actually shocked.
I think the pros really outweigh the cons.
Well, as long as the landlord can get the place done, I think that's the best choice.
So if you want to make that place yours now, my advice would be that you call the landlord. I would create a list of specific questions about the renovation.
That's a great idea.
And I would ask to have a couple of walkthroughs between now and your moving day so that you get to monitor how the renovation is going.
It's probably a really good idea.
So why don't you give the landlord a shout now?
When a rental is under construction, renters may have the opportunity to impact some of the choices.
We just had a couple of concerns.
That could be good news for eco-friendly tenants who can specifically request things like low-flow shower heads and low VOC paint. Most landlords will support those things since they'll reduce water or energy costs overall. Make sure you get everything in writing once you've discussed it with the landlord.
Bye.
So what do you say about the renovation? It's going to be
Oh,
done?
absolutely, it'll be done.
Sure. Well, I hope so.
Ironclad guarantee.
Awesome. That's awesome, actually. That's great.
It sounds like we'll have an idea tomorrow afternoon.
Good. Well, I hope that walkthrough goes great.
Yvette and Paul went and met with the landlord the very next day and signed a lease. They still have faith that it'll be ready by moving day.
The landlord has made some progress in the renovations, and it looks like they should be on schedule, so...
Fingers crossed, it'll be fine.
The dumpster is still on the front lawn and it's moving day. Unfortunately, their renovation is not going to be complete, but Yvette and Paul asked the landlord if he would forego rent until it's in livable condition, and he agreed.
Still enthusiastic about their move, Yvette and Paul called on friends for help, but hastily booked a small rental van. When they realized their mistake, they tried to upgrade just a few days before, but at the last minute there weren't any big trucks left to rent. That made for many trips and a lesson learned.
Hint for the ecologically green-friendly person: get one larger vehicle and make less trips, and you use less fuel, and the larger vehicles tend to run on diesel, which is also much more fuel efficient. So, less trips, less headaches.
At least they'll be living rent-free, so that will offset the extra moving costs. With the entire place looking like a construction nightmare, it's a good thing Yvette and Paul have the vision to see beyond the mess. The delayed renovation set back my makeover plans by a few weeks, but now that the room is clear, I'm giving us a $1,000 budget to turn it into a living dining room that they can finally settle into. The entire place is getting a fresh coat of environmentally responsible and healthier low VOC paint. That means less fumes and harmful chemicals polluting the air. I've sourced out organic fabrics to use throughout the apartment. Making your own curtain panels is a great idea in a rental. Once you've chosen a fabric and cut it to size, easy grommets that snap into place are all you need to finish them off. And I've got big plans for a bold print to accent the living area. I just hope it lives up to their expectations after the disappointment of their unfinished reno. Come see your new space.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh my, this is amazing. The sofa's beautiful.
We wanted to create as much seating space as possible in this smaller space, so we went with an L shape with the open side through the traffic area.
Oh yeah, that's great.
I think the dining table looks absolutely fantastic in here. I wasn't about to get rid of it.
Yvette is very attached to her dining room table, and I can see why. It's gorgeous. Normally I would say it's too big for this space, but because it's glass, it works. Now, and I know you love to cook.
I love the chalkboard. This is fantastic.
So that's a repurposed full-length mirror. Took the glass out, and what I did with that is I went the full length of the table, which kind of anchors the table and gives it purpose in that spot.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
If you're making a nice meal, you can announce what's on the menu. You know,
I can just write feed yourself.
Sure.
It's in the microwave.
With all the beautiful stuff in here, what I like most is this curtain. I just keep getting drawn to it. I love the fabric. It's just fantastic.
I used unbleached fabrics and organic cottons as much as I could in this room.
Oh, I didn't even see the light fixture.
That was sort of my favorite thing because I thought it really brought in natural, but modern.
What is it made of? That's fantastic.
It's wicker, so it's a natural fiber.
That's very cool.
That is awesome. I was really, really pleased to see the kitchen painted. I love that it's all the same color and it really brings the space together. I think it's beautiful.
Yvette and Paul weren't crazy about the closet in the bedroom. With the landlord's permission, they removed it and created enough space to accommodate their king-size bed. The addition has new doors and windows and is fully insulated. So when it's done, it'll be completely energy efficient.
When we took the apartment, the design of the back, it was a completely different design. It wasn't nearly as nice. The landlord had to tear it all down, unfortunately, and start again. It's worked out in our favor. It's got a beautiful sliding glass door that's dead in the center of the room. And at the end of the day, it's a better, bigger, and brighter space. It'll definitely be finished soon, and I think it's gonna look fantastic.
I came in right on budget, reusing much of what Yvette and Paul already had. I spent only $1,000 for the makeover and the low VOC paint that we used throughout.
It was well worth taking the chance because, hey, we got what we wanted, really.
Thanks a lot, Jodi.
My pleasure. Yvette and Paul set out to downsize and reduce their carbon footprint. When all is said and done, they'll have a cozy place that's energy efficient.
Moving sucked. Took us all day. We started at 8 in the morning and finished at 2 a.m. And then we had to come back the next day.
Because we had a little tiny van. We did get rid of a lot of stuff, but it's never enough.
But yeah, more could go.
I think one of the hardest parts is looking at something and going, oh, but we might need this. And you don't.
We have to be out of here in about a month.
I'm not really finding something that's got the complete package.
It is a lot smaller than we're used to.
It's more of a downsize.
I think there's loads of things that we can do with this space.
Jason and I are not willing to compromise just to save a little bit.
Most people transition from renting to owning, but what happens when you do the reverse? When you're downsizing from a spacious 3-bedroom home, expectations can get really high. New parents, Alex and Jason, loved their roomy home in the suburbs when they bought it 2 years ago.
A couple had won the home in a lottery that lived out of town. They had no use for the furniture, and so part of our mortgage was that it included the furnishings. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to furnish a home. So this was really an ideal starter for us.
Jason and Alex are finding this big house is now more than they bargained for, especially with Alex on maternity leave, which means one less income. They recently sold the house when the market was high. Now, the plan is to regroup their finances to save some money so they can get back into the market in a few years when it's ripe for the picking. They're looking to downsize, and they need me to help them find a family-friendly rental in the suburban neighborhood they love.
Hi, Jodi.
Hi, how are you? How has your search for a rental been going?
Alex has been looking a lot on the internet.
I'm not really finding something that's got the complete package.
Seems like there's something wrong about each place.
Okay.
Our ideal neighborhood would be very similar to the one we're living in now, where it's close to family.
Okay, so what would be on your wish list?
Parking for 2 cars,
No carpeting, updated kitchen, ensuite laundry.
a nice open concept living space.
What price point do you think that you'd be able to save some money and be able to still live in a place that's big enough for you?
Our budget's around $2,000 at the most.
So that's including utilities, parking.
And is that a significant savings from what you would be spending here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
there's a lot of extra costs associated with an actual house as opposed to rental property.
And right away, you're saving on property tax and everything like that.
So, if Jason and Alex save even $500 a month, over 3 years, that would grow to $18,000. Add that to the money they made on the sale of their house, and they'll have a considerable savings to put towards buying their next home.
We have to be out of here in about a month.
Well, I'm glad you called because that's not a lot of time and you're gonna need an expert's help.
Alex and Jason are not focused. They haven't even gotten rid of a piece of furniture yet. I've got to get these two on board and get them moved in a month. When you're downsizing from a huge house to a smaller rental, only hold on to furniture pieces you need and sell the rest. I need to figure out how much space this young family is willing to give up. So I want to show Alex and Jason a variety of rentals of varying sizes. I'm starting with a 2-bedroom condo about a 10-minute drive from their current neighborhood. In the suburbs, it's easier to find condos with more square footage. So don't rule them out if you're a young family looking for a rental. So guys, I found an apartment in one of the neighborhoods that we talked about, and it's very well maintained. And it's also got really great amenities. There's a tennis court, there's a swimming pool.
That would be great for Aiden.
And there's also 2-car parking, so I think it's worth a look. Great. Come on in.
I know that having a renovated kitchen was really top on your list. This one's brand new, it's never been used. Loads of cupboard space, brand new countertops.
The kitchen is great, has lots of storage, beautiful cabinets.
It's a little bit more closed off than I would have liked it.
You're coming from an open concept kitchen. This is a galley style.
Exactly.
So it's a lot more closed off. It would take some getting used to.
A modern or updated kitchen was top on Alex and Jason's list. What they didn't mention is that they'd really like it to be open concept to the living dining area.
I like to be able to keep an eye on Aiden, and with the galley, you can't.
So the dining and living rooms are combined. Great. L-shaped, open concept.
It is a lot smaller than we're used to.
Our furniture for the living room, dining room would fit in that space nicely.
And how about the brand new hardwood floors?
Definitely
nice.
a plus.
Nice walkout to a balcony.
The balcony is a little bit of a concern.
When we're looking at different spaces for us to live in, we're not just thinking about from an adult perspective. So we really need to think about how it's going to function for an interested and curious little toddler.
It's just being up high like that is just a bit of a deterrent.
So this is the master bedroom.
It's a decent size.
Did we say whether this carpet was new or not?
The master bedroom is really great, but it's got carpet.
It's something that could be worked out. It just depends if overall, if we think the space will work for us.
Now you guys have a big, oversized, king-size bed with a great big frame.
We're going to go with the queen set that we have in our guest bedroom. It's great anyway because we can use the cuddle time.
So this would be the nursery.
He doesn't need much more space than this.
I definitely like the size. The only thing is the heater being exposed like that. Now, just one other thing.
I know that carpeting is a major concern of yours, and I totally understand that in a nursery.
That'd be something that would have to come out for sure.
Just because of the allergies and because he spends a lot of time on the floor.
This room would have to undergo a major transformation to be the perfect nursery, but I think it has a lot of potential.
We could safely box in the heating unit using a pre-made laminate shelf with a perforated masonite grill inserted on the top and front to let the heat pass through. All materials that can be inexpensively purchased at a hardware store. Some pre-assembled shelving units could be anchored above for lots of storage. And a toddler-friendly paint treatment can be easily achieved using painter's tape for a whimsical wide stripe in different colors.
I really like the idea that Jodi has about boxing off the heater and making a storage area. It makes the apartment more appealing.
The one thing that this place doesn't have is laundry. Laundry for this building is all in the basement.
I'm constantly doing laundry.
I do construction, so I don't keep very clean myself.
What if you had all this and had to deal with laundry issues for $16.90 per month?
That would help them tuck away an extra $310 every month.
It's a very good price, just...
Laundry's a bit of a kicker.
Alex and Jason liked the place, loved the price.
I like the fact that it has the amenities.
My biggest deterrent was just that there was such a separation between the kitchen and the rest of the space.
But I just don't know if they can see themselves dealing with that laundry issue. After showing Alex and Jason what a condo had to offer, I'm taking the next step up with a 2-bedroom unit that occupies one level of a townhouse. Townhouse rentals can be great for young families because of their community feel. Some operate like condos and have extra maintenance fees that landlords usually build into the monthly rent. There are no fees to the owner of a freehold townhouse, though, so find out what kind you're dealing with before negotiating.
I have found a walk-up townhouse. There's a little playground over there for Aiden.
That'd be great.
It's got underground parking, and this neighborhood is very popular with other young families, so I think that could be really good for you.
Great.
Let's have a look inside. Come on in.
Well, it definitely has that open concept that we've been looking for, but I'm a little bit concerned about how condensed the front space is. It's more of a downsize as opposed to just one downsize. It's a nice upgraded kitchen, very modern. It's nice that it has the granite countertop.
And so what I was thinking for this space was that it could be Aiden's toy area. You're standing in front of the laundry room.
Oh, okay, great. That's also key.
And a cute little room for Aiden is right off the play area.
I think his crib would fit in there, and maybe his chair. That's it.
So this is the master.
It's not a bad size.
I was nervous showing Alex and Jason the master bedroom in this rental because it's so much smaller than what they're used to.
The bedroom size overall is not hugely important to me. Somewhere where you can feel comfortable and relaxed in is key.
So I was thinking maybe we could do away with the carpets.
One of the things would be to get rid of that and put in a laminate floor.
I think there's ways that we could make it really work for you.
We could save space in here by making use of every inch of the back wall. I give it a cozy but stylish boutique hotel feel by positioning the bed between 2 storage closets and applying decorative wallpaper behind the bed. Installing light sconces on either side will give some ambient reading light. This easy trick is a great way to get the look of a custom unit on a renter's budget.
There is no doubt that this place is a downsize for you.
Yeah.
But this place is only $1,500, so it's way under budget.
If Alex and Jason want to save as much money as possible, this is the place for them.
Well, it feels more suited for a young couple than a starting family.
I think it's something to consider.
The question is, are they willing to downsize this much? Still on my quest to answer the ongoing question about size allocation, we're headed 10 minutes down the road to another residential townhouse complex that's brand new. Size-wise, I'm upgrading. This time taking Alex and Jason to see a 3-bedroom, multi-level townhouse, which offers much more space, spread across the upper 3 floors.
What I found for you is a multi-level townhouse right in the neighborhood you were looking for. It's got underground parking, and these places are brand new construction.
Perfect.
Let's see if it works for you.
Sure.
So come on in, we go straight up to the 2nd floor. So guys, there is the first of 3 bathrooms on this floor.
You say 1 of 3?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
I'm showing them a place that's 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, just like the house they've got now. There's some really great things about this place, like the fact that it's a corner unit means that there's windows all the way around.
I love all the windows.
Yeah, that's amazing.
One thing that I am noticing, though, is all the carpeting.
This place is wall-to-wall carpeting from top to bottom, but it is brand new. That would be something that you might have to compromise on if this is the place.
Right.
This is bigger than the average rental in this price range.
No one's lived in there, so it's not as big a deal.
So nice big kitchen, open concept to the living dining area.
With that curve over there by the wall, it's a bit of a tough space to use.
The space planning's gonna be a little challenging.
Space planning will be a little challenging.
I think there's loads of things that we can do with this space to make it fabulous and functional for you.
In an awkward layout, you need to work with the curves of the space. An inexpensive round dining table would fit comfortably here, with an interesting light fixture making a statement above. Light fixtures and window coverings can have major impact in a rental, and you can take them with you when you move. We'd splurge a bit on stylish privacy blinds in this space since there's so many windows. Plus, they'll allow you to control the light coming through.
So guys, this is the 2nd of 3 bathrooms.
3 bathrooms is really great.
Yeah.
I like to get ready and have my space.
I was thinking this could be Aiden's room.
Oh yeah, it's perfect. Well, I definitely love the fact that the window is receded a little bit.
You could turn it into a window seat.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
So this room you could use as a guest room and office.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I think it'd be very beneficial to have a 3rd bedroom.
A guest space is always nice to have.
This is the master.
It's a smaller master, but definitely has potential.
It's definitely downsizing from what we have, but we're gonna spend a lot more time in the living space of the house.
So this is the master ensuite. Double sink.
2 sinks.
Yeah, that's nice.
And this is smaller than our ensuite, but our ensuite didn't have the 2 sinks.
I think the best feature of this place is upstairs. So this is the ensuite laundry, washer dryer. This is the rooftop terrace.
This space is great.
Can't you picture this being like a little retreat for us?
I'm just happy we're gonna put the barbecue somewhere.
Oh, that's so romantic. I mean, the construction is clearly not ideal because I can see it and hear it.
That's something that you could talk to the landlord and maybe even negotiate your rent down a little bit. This place is $18.50 per month. How does that feel?
It has a couple of downsides. You know, the construction going on right next door, a bit of an odd curve in the main living space.
It's got an extra bedroom and an extra bathroom, but it's wall-to-wall carpeting. We'll see if Alex can get over that.
The high-rise condo with great amenities, the small townhouse unit at a low price, or the spacious multi-level next to a construction site. Which rental will Alex and Jason make their new downsized home? It's time to make a choice.
So let's talk about the rentals that we've seen. Tell me what you thought about the 1-level high-rise apartment.
Beautiful hardwood floors, nice open space, the kitchen is renovated.
The overall space I like. I think it was a very decent size.
Having a laundry in the basement, that's a tough one for me.
What do you think about the 1-level townhouse?
It's a very nice space,
It is a nice open concept to an updated kitchen.
but it's more geared for a younger couple, not so much a family.
It's just too much of a downsize and I don't think worth the savings.
And what do you think about the multi-level townhouse?
I love the fact that it's a 3-bedroom and has 3 washrooms.
There is the construction next door that we have to worry about because that's going to be going on for the next year.
And it's full of carpet.
So which one feels most like home?
Sounds to me like it's between rental number 1 and number 3. To save for their dream house, will they choose the less expensive condo or the slightly pricier multi-level townhouse?
I would say the multi-level townhome.
Yeah, I think it would have to be.
Yeah, definitely.
So who's the best negotiator? Who's gonna make the call to the landlord?
That would be my wife.
Let's practice your negotiation skills.
When calling a landlord, make sure you choose one person to be the negotiator and stick to that arrangement throughout the lease signing process. The rent at the townhouse is $18.50 a month. Alex might be able to negotiate a better deal, especially since they have an issue with the construction going on right next door.
Obviously, you can hear it on the terrace and then inside a little.
Renters may have bargaining power in a new complex where there are multiple rentals on the market.
And I guess we can firm things up then. Good talking to you. Okay, bye.
Way to go, girl.
Alex and Jason met with the landlord the next day and held strong on Alex's reduced rent request.
She was able to negotiate the landlord down $100. That makes their savings in this place even better.
We'll be able to comfortably live in this space for the next couple of years while we're saving money.
We're downsizing, but it doesn't feel like it.
It's a lot of work moving when you're downsizing.
Since Jason works in construction, he rounded up help from some strong coworkers and used their van to move their things, rather than pay for a truck rental.
Oh yeah, the orange chair. And what do we do with this massive pile of stuff that's on the chair?
Before you move stuff, you gotta kind of wrap things up.
It might have been an economical idea, but if you aren't organized and properly prepared, you're gonna be in for one long day. The less organized, the more trips back and forth, which will end up costing you in gas. When you're downsizing from a large house, consider selling extra furniture online or at consignment stores to help with the budget. Empty out drawers and cupboards and get rid of odds and ends well in advance. You don't want to struggle on the day of, as that will make for one long and stressful move.
The move was an absolute nightmare. I was moving until 10 o'clock at night.
With the move finally behind them, I'm bringing in my crew to help me transform Alex and Jason's new downsized living space. And I'm gonna do it all with a budget of just $1,000, less than 1 month's rent. With so much stuff and a bit of an awkward layout, my challenge is going to be making it comfortable and clutter-free. I've chosen a neutral gray for the walls, which will set the backdrop, while new lighting will set the mood. With some clever space planning and a few ideas I have for some custom-made art, this room is on its way. I just hope it'll satisfy their needs after moving from a large house with much more space.
So,
Wow! I love it! I love it!
I like the color.
The color's fantastic. Did they also paint white? It looks really vibrant now.
the builder had painted the bulkhead the same color as the walls.
Yeah.
Bring the ceiling up a bit, we painted out the bulkhead in white.
The first thing that I noticed was the beautiful contrast between the sharp white bulkheads and the beautiful gray tone. I think the window treatments are fantastic. You've got the sheer and the opaque factor.
I knew it was really important to Alex and Jason to have beautiful natural light and to be able to control it a little bit.
They give you enough privacy with the sheer, and then obviously if you want it to be completely opaque, you can. Just great. Oh, I love this being in here.
Your microwave is in there and, you know, some of the bulkier stuff that didn't fit in this much amount of cabinetry.
I love it.
It's a neat way of repurposing a more formal piece of furniture for everyday use, which they need now in this space. And notice anything about the cabinets?
Yes, the ugly hardware is gone. And it's replaced with beautiful stainless steel.
For renters, changing out the hardware in the kitchen is the #1 tip. It's such a cheap and easy fix.
And really changes the space.
Come on, let's see the dining room.
This is a great space.
Yeah, there's still a lot of room to sit around the table and eat.
One of the reasons I chose this table instead of the solid wood rectangular one is because it's a fairly small space.
It is a little bit awkward having that curved wall because it does cut off some of the space. So having that curved table really works nicely.
The chandelier in the dining room was key to creating some interest in that room. However, the electrical box was in the wrong spot, so the easy fix for that is to just swag it over with a hook.
I think you made excellent choices.
And I went with a bit more of a modern look than the house that you had before.
Yeah, and still keeping some of the traditional elements, which is perfect.
Too much traditional, and the other place wasn't. It kind of felt from times that it wasn't really our house because it wasn't our taste.
Did you feel old?
A little bit.
It was lucky that there was a beautiful room with a nice little picture window in here for Aiden.
I think it's something that'll do him good for a couple of years. The ledge in front of his window is a really nice part of that room.
The master bedroom here is about a third the size of Alex and Jason's previous bedroom. They did scale down their furniture. They went from a king-size bed to a queen, and that really helped make everything fit. Having storage in the master ensuite was really important to Alex. This place with the double sinks gives her twice the amount of storage that she would normally have. And we added even more storage by putting shelves over top of each of the sinks. Alex and Jason had loads of furniture for me to pick and choose from. So I was able to pick the smallest, most functional pieces to bring into this new space. That meant that I had lots of budget left over to use for the beautiful windows.
I think in any living space that you're planning on enjoying, it's worth putting some money into it just because you have to be happy there.
Makes it feel a bit more like yours. Like when we sit down in here tonight, we're gonna think that this is our place, not that we're living in somebody else's rental.
Honestly, it was such a great pleasure having you work with us, and what a wonderful job that you did. Thank you so much, Jodi.
So when we move again, we'll call you.
Yeah.
Perfect. We helped them get into a beautiful rental that they can be proud of while they're saving up for their dream home.
The most nightmare rental ever was a 650, 700-foot basement apartment.
We made the sacrifice to save for our house, and it was a huge sacrifice.
Very small, very dark, very dismal.
And the kitchen was the size of a closet, probably?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a dungeon.
Actually telling anyone that you're a musician makes it very difficult to rent a place. So this is the tour bus. I'm looking for the living room in our new house to be a little bigger than this. This is how we attempt to, your knee. The kitchen was pretty nice.
Yeah. Oh, wow. This is amazing. This is great.
It smells like a basement.
Which one is it gonna be?
Where do you begin to search for a rental when you move to a new city and don't know the lay of the land? Marnie and her musician husband Sean are finding out just how difficult it is to look for a rental when you don't know one neighborhood from the next.
Crown King's a band I started when I was in high school. A couple years ago, we were touring over in Australia.
The first night that we met, he was a stinky band boy. He was horribly drunk. He'd ripped his shirt off. That was pretty much my first impression. I was horrified.
I didn't think we were going to talk about that. Soon enough, she moved to Canada, and we were married like 3 months after that. Yeah, we don't...
That's how we do things, right?
Yeah, very impulsive.
When Sean's band landed a record deal in a new city, they packed up the tour bus and moved cross-country.
My band owns a school bus converted into a tour bus, so we figured we'll drive it across the country. This is the bus. I'm looking for the living room in our new house to be a little bigger than this. This is my bed on tour.
And my bed.
Yeah.
This is my privacy right here.
Yeah.
That's my privacy. Mm-hmm.
So this is how we attempt to, your knee, This isn't ideal. We need an apartment.
Yeah.
It's a bus full of
snoring men. Slurring, slobbering, stinky boys.
Now they need me to introduce them to a neighborhood they'll love and a rental large enough for them and the occasional band practice.
Hi!
Hey!
Sean?
Nice to finally meet you.
So you guys need a place like pronto.
ASAP would be great.
Okay. Who does this place have to accommodate?
We actually have a couple of my bandmates that are going to be moving
That's
in
why
with
we need
us.
a lot of space. We have a small dog, so we also
so
need
4
to-
people,
plus
a dog.
I think we want a place that's near public transit, so Marnie can get to work easily. In a cool neighborhood where we can walk out the front door, go, have dinner, around the block.
I went 2 bathrooms for a bit of space, living with 3 guys. Definitely in-suite laundry as well, and a safe neighborhood. These guys travel a lot, they go on tour, and they're away a fair bit, so feeling really safe with me and my dog is really important too. We want to keep everything under about $2,000 a month, plus utilities.
Okay.
So.
And I'll be able to give you some fairly good guidance on what neighborhoods I feel you would be safe in.
Yeah, our dog's not much of a guard dog. It's about this big. So.
What have you got?
Chihuahua.
Yeah. It's been a pleasure meeting you guys, and I think this is gonna be fun.
Sean and Marnie have been trying to find a rental, not knowing the neighborhoods here, and they're on a serious deadline.
When you're new to a city, word of mouth goes a long way. Talk to staff of stores and restaurants in neighborhoods that might be of interest. They'll give you an honest opinion about the safety of the area. I'm taking Sean and Marnie to a central spot that's tucked between two coveted neighborhoods. A downtown college area with a hip, urban vibe, and a more upscale, trendy neighborhood, so safety shouldn't be an issue. The rental is a 3-bedroom that occupies the upper 2 floors of a semi-detached house that has 2 other apartments within and shared laundry in the basement.
This is a 3-bedroom, semi-detached in an area we love. Bit of a busy street, but that means you've got 24-hour transit right at your door. Let's have a look inside.
The foyer downstairs, the doors go into another apartment, or?
They do. The landlord actually lives on the main floor.
I'm always coming home late at night. I don't want to make too much noise.
What do you guys think about the kitchen?
There's not a lot of counter space.
No dishwasher, which means that I'm the dishwasher.
There's not a lot of counter space, but having the table in the kitchen, I think would give us the space we'd need.
All right, let's keep looking. Bathroom's right here.
It's big. Yeah, there's plenty of room.
1 bathroom. This place?
1 bathroom, yeah.
With there only being 1 bathroom would mean that I would have to share with 3 other guys, which could get a little messy.
So I think this bedroom would be one of the boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't need much space.
So this is the only bedroom on this floor. The other 2 are upstairs.
Different.
Yeah.
I find it claustrophobic.
The slanted ceiling takes away some of the space in the room and would make it difficult for us to fit our furniture.
Now, this room and the room on the other side of the staircase are pretty much the mirror image of each other. What makes this room different, and the reason why I think this should be your room, is because it has access to the rooftop terrace. Watch your height, guys.
Oh, wow. This is amazing.
How'd you feel about everyone coming through our bedroom to
Oh,
use the deck?
yeah.
Not so hot.
I'm not cool with that.
The rooftop deck's a major selling feature. It's got a wicked view.
With the boys partying at all hours of the night while I'm sleeping because I have to get up for work the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is another solution. You guys could use the living room as your bedroom. And it's on the main floor, which might even be better for the dog.
Way, way better for the dog.
Oh, wow.
It is the biggest room in the house.
Is this closet?
It's like a mini closet.
Yeah.
I think because it's so big, you could do a lot with this room.
I'd start by positioning the bed against the far wall with a funky light fixture above. The perfect way to add a bit of glam to a bedroom in a rental. On the adjacent wall, we could create a vanity area for Marnie by using a repurposed desk with a mirror above. When you're sharing a rental with roommates, try to make use of whatever personal space you have. With some wallpaper and a clean color palette, we'd create a hotel chic vibe.
The room allows us to have a little more privacy as a married couple living with 2 single guys, which would be great. 3 single guys if he gets in trouble.
The ticket price is a little bit over your budget of $2,000 at $2,100. But that includes everything: heat, hydro, water, internet. Was this something to think about?
Yeah.
We're right in between 2 amazing neighborhoods. It's safe. There's tons of families around.
We love the balcony.
It's a little bit more expensive, it's over top of a landlord, and it doesn't have a second bathroom. So I guess we'll see if location is really #1 to them.
Since Marnie and Sean are a married couple moving in with roommates, they need space. To get it, we need to go just a little bit north of the downtown core to a residential neighborhood. It's a safe area with lots of single-family homes, but it's urban enough that it's close to its own little strip of restaurants and stores. Because it's outside of the city center, it's about a 7-minute walk to a bus that takes you to the subway. I wanted to show them an entire detached house, though, to find out if they're willing to sacrifice location for space.
Guys, I found you a whole detached house. And we're only a couple of blocks to a pretty major street with some good restaurants. This place has a lot of pluses. Let's have a look inside. Okay.
So it's got a fairly modern kitchen.
You walk right into the kitchen in this house, and that's kind of neat. The kitchen was pretty nice.
Yeah.
Green countertops are a bit
Different. Retro.
Yeah, we could definitely make a feast in here.
Great, let's carry on.
Great.
So this is like a combination living dining.
Yeah, this is nice.
Fireplace?
Fireplace, yeah.
Little romance?
I think we could do some really cool things with it.
When there isn't enough room in a rental for a sofa and chairs, a great alternative is 4 oversized, comfy chairs with a round coffee table in the center. That would leave enough space for a much-needed dining area. We'd paint out the fireplace in a clean white to get rid of the dated stone and install one wall of a bold, striped wallpaper to evoke a rocker chic tone. Paint and wallpaper are easy do-it-yourself projects as long as the landlord agrees.
So here's the bathroom.
Wow, small.
Very small. This bathroom is very, very small.
It's tiny.
But there's another one downstairs.
Oh, okay. There's lots of counter space though, which I love.
So there's 2 bedrooms up here, and they're pretty much exactly the same size. They've both got hardwood floor, same size closets, and they've both got windows to the backyard.
The rooms on the main floor are a little small. These don't look like master bedrooms to me.
You guys might be more interested in the bedroom that's downstairs.
Oh, great.
2 closets.
Excellent.
There you go, his and hers.
Good stuff. Come see the rec room.
Oh, sure.
Wow.
There was the possibility that I could jam with my band in the basement. I'm guessing it'd be too loud to do that, and I think that the big room in the basement would probably just end up being the bedroom anyways. I definitely see the rec room as a band room,
I definitely see the rec room as a bedroom.
but I'm not gonna win that one.
This place has laundry, and you couldn't ask for a safer neighborhood. The landlord's asking $1,650 plus utilities, so it's well under budget.
The reason I think that it's inexpensive is the location.
So I'll find out whether size and money talks louder than neighborhood.
A trendy neighborhood doesn't always mean looking right in the heart of a city. When you're moving to a new place, research up-and-coming neighborhoods, which tend to be popular with local renters. You can often find a better deal, and the area might be just as hip as the more well-known central ones. The rental I found is in a semi-detached house with a front porch in a safe neighborhood. Sean, Marnie, and the bandmates would have access to the entire place.
All right, guys, I brought you to one of the city's most up-and-coming neighborhoods, very close to public transit, so I think it's worth having a look.
Let's check it out.
We wanted to definitely be a little bit more central.
Come on in, guys.
The main floor's really open. Looks like be a good hangout for sure.
I want to show you guys the kitchen.
Great.
So this is a huge kitchen. It's very retro.
Yeah, it's definitely outdated.
And the kitchen's where the best parties are, so it's gotta be nice.
It's got the gas stove, which is wonderful for cooking on. Nice size fridge with the bottom loader. It's got a dishwasher. Great. Which is good when there's gonna be guys around.
I love the idea of this breakfast bar in the kitchen because this means that we don't have to have a dining room with the living room out there. So
Oh, does it? This would serve your purpose?
This would be great.
I've got some pretty good ideas of how to bring this place to the new millennium.
You don't need to do a reno in a rental kitchen to update the look. We could pull out the old backsplash and install pieces of laminate floor on the wall instead. It easily clicks together and it's quicker than wallpaper. It's also simple to take down and can be reused, so the landlord should have no problems there. We'd paint out the cabinets in a dark color for contrast and add some new pulls. Bamboo blinds would complete the look for a big change on a low budget.
The other fabulous thing about this place is there's an extra bathroom when you're sharing a place with boys. Great. Let's see the bedrooms.
Okay.
So this is the second biggest room.
This won't be our room.
I think it's given that you guys get the master.
I think that not having a closet in the room might make it a little difficult, makes the room seem smaller than it actually is. We'll have to see what the guys think about that.
Want to see the bathroom?
Yeah.
That's the bathroom.
Small.
Where's all your stuff gonna go, Marnie?
I love the size of the mirror. It's a great mirror, so.
He does
hog the mirror, I do have to say. Like this, wings out.
But I'm checking out the pipes. Yeah. Huge guns.
So guys, this is the smallest of the bedrooms. No closet, and it's obviously currently used as a storage room.
Right. It's definitely small. Wow. Yeah, this room totally works for me. The closets are amazing, tons of space.
We loved the master bedroom. That was perfect for us.
The great thing about this place is there's actually a usable basement.
This is great.
Smells like a basement, but basement's a definite bonus. We could jam quietly down here, probably.
There is laundry down here as well.
Yes,
Great. The ceilings are extra low down there, so.
So you're the only one that can do laundry. Joking.
I don't know that I would feel our lives separated from the band as much as I would like. The basement does definitely help.
All that for $1,800 plus utilities is pretty bang on what you were looking for.
I think we're a little further out of Central, which is why it's a little bit less than other places we're looking at.
What do you guys think?
I've shown Sean and Marnie 3 great rentals. 2 floors of a centrally located shared semi, free reign of a residential detached house, or a full semi in an up-and-coming neighborhood. Which rental will replace the tour bus?
Let's talk about the places that we've seen.
I like the house with the rooftop deck a lot. It's like right on the transit line. We can get anywhere in the city.
Yeah.
Transportation and being in a good neighborhood is so #1.
It's a little more than we wanted to spend.
What about the totally detached place?
Bit far from transit for sure.
Tons of space.
Yeah.
A lot of space.
So that is pretty cool.
What are your thoughts on the semi-detached in an up-and-coming neighborhood?
We loved that house. The basement was incredible. We were hoping for a little bit more of a central location.
So which one is it going to be?
With 3 rentals on the table, will they stick with a central area at a higher cost at rental number 1, or sacrifice location for more space and a lower budget at number 2 or number 3?
The place with the rooftop deck, that would be the one.
It was so close to transit, right at our front door. All the amenities we could possibly need.
This ended up being the right place for Sean and Marnie based on location. This was the trendiest, safest neighborhood that was right on a transit line. So there's 2 things you need to take care of right off the bat. You need to tell the guy that you're a rock band, and the other thing you need to tell him is that you have the dog.
Yeah.
But you gotta make that phone call and make it yours.
Hi, I just saw your place.
When the landlord occupies part of a rental, they're gonna be a lot pickier about the kind of tenants they bring in. So Sean and Marnie need to convince him that they'll be responsible and respectful tenants who are willing to abide by any house rules. If they don't make a friendly connection, they can kiss the rental goodbye.
We're hoping we can make this work. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye.
So?
He's a lot of similarities. He's got a dog also. He's totally cool with our situation and the band.
Good luck. And
Thank you.
I'm sure you can put this one together. It sounds like he could be just the right person to be your landlord. After the phone call, Sean and Marnie went right over to see the landlord.
It went really well with the landlord.
We got it.
We got it. Knowing that we're moving into our own place in a few weeks makes me feel a little more at ease, like we have somewhere to actually settle down and start building a life here.
After storing their stuff in the band's recording studio, Sean and Marnie borrowed a friend's van for their big move into their new place. Still waiting for the 60 boxes they had shipped across country, they didn't have a lot of furniture and were able to handle the stuff they did have by themselves to save some cash. When moving in with roommates, I always advise people to discuss the plans for furnishing the place before you move in. Sean and Marnie decided to wait for their roommates before tackling the common areas of the rental and are focusing on their own personal space for the time being. It's a good thing they're getting the biggest room in the house. To help them transform it into their private haven, I've promised a bedroom makeover worthy of a rock star. And I'm going to do it all for less than half of their monthly rent on a $1,000 budget. My inspiration is a contemporary boutique hotel look. So we're getting rid of the teal walls and priming them for a coat of clean, classic charcoal gray. I sourced out a funky wallpaper that I got for a steal after asking about wallpaper ends at the store. Discontinued rolls or leftover ends are often available at inexpensive deals. Since I'm only doing 2 walls, I was able to get my hands on just enough. And I'm reusing a second-hand piece of furniture by sanding down the old finish and freshening it up with some new paint. An old desk can instantly be turned into a new vanity table with a little bit of elbow grease. After moving cross-country to a city they've never called home, I just hope our living room turned bedroom is the retreat they need to settle into their new rental.
Welcome to your new room.
Oh my God! Oh my God! It looks beautiful. We love the room.
Yep.
Yeah, the feeling of the room is a lot like a boutique hotel. It feels really classic yet modern.
The bright green walls have been replaced with a nice tranquil color that complements the rest of this Rockstar room.
Unbelievable.
I can't even believe it.
Sean and Marnie thought that the makeover made their bedroom look like their favorite hotel in Hollywood. That's about the highest compliment I could receive.
Oh my gosh, look at the chandelier.
Marnie and Sean's bedroom is now clean, bright, and functional.
I love the lamps. The lamps are gorgeous.
One of the reasons why I did lamps all over the place was so that you're two people using a space and there's 3 distinct areas. So it means that wherever you are, you can light just one place. You know, so if someone else is sleeping, you could be reading a book with this lamp on.
Oh, look at the desk. That's where I can do
That's
my
your vanity.
makeup.
In my opinion, sharing a bathroom with 3 guys is less than desirable. With that in mind, I gave Marnie a vanity where she can apply her makeup in peace, quiet, and loads of natural light. My whole main idea with this space was to give Marnie a place that's an escape from Boyland.
Check out the couch.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
I loved the little pillow. I thought it was a little bit Rockstar golf.
Oh, look.
I think this room totally reflects us.
What do you think of the wallpaper?
I love the wallpaper.
Wallpaper can be expensive, but with only 3 rolls, you could cover 1 wall and create a really dramatic impact.
It's really nice.
Yeah, this is totally us. This is really great. What do you call that?
It's faux fur.
The bed will be the dog's new playground.
Yeah, she'll definitely ruin
The faux fur rug. Yeah.
All of the bedding in this room is inexpensive on its own, but by layering a bunch of different fabrics and materials, it gets a really great hotel chic feel.
I love the curtains too.
With the horizontal blinds, those are custom, and what they do is really filter the light and give you guys the privacy that you'll need.
This is great.
We love the entertaining space. It's nice and big, so we've got a bit of room in there.
The rooftop deck is
The rooftop
killer when
deck
it
is
warms up.
We love the space. We love the kitchen.
Jodi and her team totally cleaned up the whole house.
Pulling this space together for Sean and Marnie was a delight. This room had really great bones, but it desperately needed a makeover. With only $925, we were able to turn this room into a glamorous hotel chic space, perfect for Sean and Marnie.
I think this is gonna totally work for us to have a separate living space completely from the rest of the house and the boys.
I'm actually leaving for tour tomorrow, so I'm glad that this is all good and you can enjoy this.
For me.
Yeah.
And she can put everything away.
Yeah. Definitely the fact that she's gonna be happy here is a big weight off my shoulders.
We've been completely unsettled, so it's nice to finally be settled and get back to real life.
We wouldn't have ended up with anything even close to as great as this without your help, so thank you.
My pleasure.
Thanks. I'm just happy she's happy.
I think I'm gonna spend a ton of time in here. I'll be able to hide away and close the door. I can see this being my little oasis.
Oh, I thought we used this room for rehearsals.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
So we had 61 boxes shipped across the country. 40 of them made it at first, and they told us that was it. So we panicked, and then they found the rest of them, but we're missing 1 box. Box number 13 seems to be missing. So if anyone out there sees box number 13, just ship it on over here.